Hey guys, Max Mears here. I'm going to start with, I've been watching Sir Winter's videos since before I even started my YouTube channel. I've got nothing but respect for the guy. I've got absolutely no beef with him whatsoever. He even says that right here in my script. Cheesy jokes aside, I want to clear my name a bit. I feel like Sir Winter's video was quite rushed, a bit misinformed. Particularly the part about the two casters of the stream itself, one of whom was me, of course, if you didn't already guess. I also want to say a big thank you to all my fans that have been sticking up for me, both in Sir Winter's comment section and my comment sections. You know, I've been seeing the comments, I've been seeing the hate, you guys are sticking by me, and you guys are awesome. So first of all, I'm going to gloss over Rust Conquest. This will only take a minute, maybe less. So the first match lasted about 2 hours. Yes, it was really poorly organised. It was off to a shaky start. The event owner was out for a jolly, apparently. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but he didn't really show up. The teams were spawned in late. The plugins weren't working. The timers had already been started. There was a lot of other problems, but if you want to see that, Sir Winter's video goes into more depth. Due to a lack of Instacraft, which was kind of necessary, both teams were pretty salty within the first 10 minutes of the game. However, they both stayed confident and fair play to them for it. Obviously, neither team had the time to craft C4, and half an hour that was allotted for raiding, basically nothing happened. There were a few small firefights that erupted, but again, nothing major. This is going to be interesting. Rust Conquest. More like Rust Camp Conquest. Hey. I tried, Mum. I tried. Then we get to the sudden death phase. Both teams are camping opposite sides of the map. The north gets on top of the dome and the other team didn't want to go near them, so they decide to go and destroy the north team's banner. At this point, me and the co-host aren't actually sure if you can still win by destroying the banners. Someone in chat just said something very interesting. Is the goal of this to destroy the cupboard or the flag in someone else's base? Or is it just to kill the other 4 opponents?
Now that it's in the sudden death phase, I believe it's just to kill all 4 of them.
So if they decided to go balls deep into the opponent's base and win that way, that wouldn't matter.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you need to, in the sudden death phase, just wipe out the enemy team.
I just don't really understand what's going on. They seem to be going towards Winter's base, almost. So, I don't know, guys, what do we think? They've got the C4, and they're just going to run into Winter's base and blow it up.
Go for the banner, yeah.
Yeah. Is that still a thing? Does it matter? The first 2 stages were over. We know that both teams have been told to leave their bases. So we went to get confirmation from the guy that was like, he wasn't the owner of it, but he was the guy who was sort of trying to organise it all and try and keep it all together. It had basically just been thrown in his lap. Now, he didn't actually respond, and we weren't sure if this was a new rule. So he wasn't responding. Everyone in the stream was getting antsy. We didn't know if Winter's team knew that you could still win by doing that or not. We had to make a judgment call, and we decided that we were going to try and talk to Winter's team, but not make it obvious that they were about to get raided. But it was so hard. We were trying to figure out a way to approach it without making it too obvious, but there was literally no way we could do it. We were trying to follow the rules as best we could, so we didn't just burst into Winter's chat and start chatting shit. We waited for confirmation, and because there'd been absolutely no action for ages, people were just leaving the stream because they were bored. We were told that we're allowed to go and talk to the teams.
Go speak to teams now.
Yeah? Is that what we're going to do? Are we allowed to? Are we allowed?
Yeah, we're allowed to.
We've got confirmation? Right, I'm going to FYLs first. Do you want to come?
Yeah, I'll come with
No, the point is to destroy the other team's banner.
And that's what we're here to do. We lost all our ammo or some of our AKs.
There's no point in pushing it with no ammo.
Alright, give me the metal frags.
So you're just going to destroy the banner?
All ammo. Exactly, and we'll win that way.
Well,
I mean, we wouldn't have done that if the server didn't screw up, right? On multiple occasions.
Are we just going to sit back and do nothing? Because we know that both teams were told to leave their base, but we didn't really understand how they could defend their banner if they were told to leave their base. You know, how could they defend from a raid? So we weren't sure if they could still win that way. But obviously, as soon as I opened my mouth, it was a dead giveaway. But anyone who's been watching the stream has been sat there for about an hour and a half. There's been virtually no action, no deaths on either side, and the whole thing's been a bit of a fail. More and more people were just leaving the stream. We genuinely didn't know if Sir Winter and his crew knew that they could lose, that if they lost the banner.
We'll go and see what the opposite team is.
Yeah, we'll see what Winter's up to.
Thank you.
Alright, good luck, guys.
Good luck with your bean can crafting.
Oh, yes. Alright.
Charles switched. User joined.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
How are we feeling?
Pretty excited, actually.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, do you remember the banners in the bases?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that, like, the first goal is to destroy them?
Yeah.
Not anymore. No one has enough rockets, dude. We can't craft anything.
Yeah.
So that's why we had to wait for sudden death, and now we're here.
Alright, so you're pretty confident you're going to win this?
Camping it out.
Hopefully.
Yeah? You're not gonna leave the dome?
Maybe we
will.
should. Is that a hint?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
literally,
no.
I'm literally just asking you what you
I'm
think.
scared now. Run, everyone!
No, you guys have got a solid point. They don't want to push you. 'Cause
Who's
you're
down on the
dome.
snow right now?
Not us.
Derpy. Derpy's going to check.
They can't
Obviously.
destroy a banner and win though, because it's a death match. And I mean, he
No, they
paused
can.
it.
You
Oh,
can
Yeah,
still
they can
destroy
still
the
the
banner.
banner.
that would be dogloading, you reckon? Because I mean, we.
Doesn't matter, dude. Oh, but we're not allowed in our
Push us.
bases to defend. Derpy's got a point
Yeah,
there.
yeah. He said.
Then
we're
you have
not
to
allowed in
leave.
our bases. So
You're not allowed in your bases. Wait, what are these rules today? So no,
You
you
have
guys
to
are. You're
confirm.
allowed in your bases, aren't you? You're allowed to.
No.
No, he said. Remember when he said death
Then everyone
match,
has to
he said
leave
everyone
the
has
base.
Yeah, everyone has to leave the base.
As you can see, even Sir Winter's team wasn't entirely sure how they could still lose by losing their banner. They were told to leave their base. I kind of feel like the rules are sort of being made up a little bit as they went along. And I feel like because I was the one, because I was sort of the face of it, I was getting the blame for it. I do agree that this was a rush decision. It was unprofessional, and I do apologise for it. So that is my apology for that. But a lot of the other things Sir Winter said, I think are wrong, and I'm going to cover those next. So I was asked to do the coverage for the Rust Conquest 3 hours before it was meant to go live. 3 hours. I wasn't even at home at the point in time that I was asked. I had to rush home. I knew that my OBS wasn't working. I spent nearly an hour trying to fix it. Then I spent the next 2 hours ensuring that I had the right thumbnail, I had the right screen overlays. I really feel like the guy I was talking with wasn't taking it seriously. He was like playing Smite games while I was trying to sort it all out. It was a bit uncomfortable for me. I was trying to get to know my co-host a little bit before we started this whole 2-hour stream. It's fair to say that I was extremely unprepared for this. I asked them if they could find anyone else, and they got back to me after an hour and said, no, you're the only person who can do it. So at this point in time, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do my absolute best. I'm going to make this as good as I can. I'm unprepared for it. I don't care. Anyone who watches my videos know I can just talk about stuff for a while. I don't take things too seriously. I like to mess about a lot. Maybe that'll come across well. And one thing I never ever do is act professional. Now, obviously, you can already see I'm not right for this. I'm not cut out to do this sort of thing. So I'm not going to do it in the future. But at the point in time, you know, I was kind of doing them a favour and someone needed to do it. I don't stream very often, so hopefully this will be some good practice for me as well. I'm going to get a bit more into the community, maybe meet Sir Winter. I was really excited about it, actually. I've never spoken to Sir Winter. I was really looking forward to this. I was going to have like a whole fangirl moment when I joined his TeamSpeak, and I went to do it, but he was like AFK. So I was just like talking about him in front of his whole team, and I was like, alright, well, I'll be back later then. So, in the end, I didn't get to fangirl out on him, but, you know, whatever. I'm ranting about him, so, you know, I'm going back to that. So, in Sir Winter's video, the fact that I was very unprofessional and the fact that I was being paid to do it and I was saying I was tired, he really focuses, like, he really lays into those 3 points. They're very, very important points for him. And he really seems to make the fact that me and my co-host maybe didn't do such a great job, he makes that like a pivot point for the whole thing, as if it's our fault that the whole thing failed. And I absolutely loved this bit where he goes, oh, I'm not going to name names or whatever, and then plays 3 or 4 short clips of me talking as if people aren't going to recognise my voice. You know what I mean? You know, maybe that was just a lapse in judgment or whatever when he was making it. Probably didn't think about that, but you know, I digress. So going back to the money thing, I know it's hard to believe, guys, but I did not do it for the money. I don't need the money. I have a full-time job and I get a little bit from YouTube on the side, which helps. Money is not something I care about. I still live at home. I'm only 19. I make more than enough to cover my food, the board that I pay my parents, pay for my car. I still have a little bit extra left over to like spend on holidays or whatever once or twice a year. And I haven't been paid for doing the event. Like I said, I don't care about the money whatsoever. That's not why I did it. I did it because I want to be part of the community. I love my subs. I love this game. Even if I do only get 5 hours sleep most nights between editing videos, finishing my college assignments and trying to get footage for you guys. And this conveniently leads me on to my next point.
I'm sure it was late there, but if you're doing this, you do it. You do it properly and do it till the end. Like 2 hours out of your time is nothing. But anyway, they plug their channel.
So firstly, at no point did I plug my channel full stop. I did say at the end of the stream that, you know, my name is Max Mears, and a couple of the guys in the stream were like, oh yeah, I thought it was you. But I never, ever use this as an advertising point. My time is quite valuable to me. 2 hours out of Sir Winter's day may not be a lot, but to me, I can edit about half a video in 2 hours, and I don't upload nearly often enough as it is. Honestly, ask my subscribers, they'll tell you that. I need all the time I can get. Going on to his point about me saying that I was tired on stream, you make it sound like we were just complaining for hours about how tired we were. It was not like that. I had work the next day, it was coming up to midnight. Me and the co-host both wake up at 6 AM to go to work, and we expected another match after this one. So we were potentially looking at about 4 hours, 3.5 hours sleep. I do agree that I was unprofessional in the way that I conveyed this. I should not have said I was tired on stream, and I should have stuck it out like I said I would. But the bottom line to this, guys, is I was not prepared for this whatsoever. I was told that both games will take about 2 hours in total, and I had not had much sleep the night before, and I was really looking forward to getting home and just going to bed. And I'm so new to this still. This was a massive learning curve for me. I learned a lot from it, mainly to never agree to hosting a Rust Conquest again. But like I said before, I don't blame Sir Winter. What I do take issue with is when he says something like,
I don't think you guys are cut out for YouTube and therefore should not be plugging your channels.
Now, obviously he's saying this indirectly to me. The fact that someone as respected and as high up as Sir Winter in our community can turn around and just deny someone what they're working towards, you know, what someone's dream, maybe, and just say, yeah, mate, you're not cut out for this. I think you've forgotten what it feels like to start from the bottom, you know, trying to work your way up, what it feels like to make mistakes on your way up, and that not everyone can do this as a career. Someone as high up and respected as you gotta be careful what you say, man. You got a lot of power, and the things you say can have a detrimental effect on people's channels, or you can sway it the other way and you can help out people massively. I genuinely do think you were way out of line to say that, but I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. Not that you care about my opinion whatsoever, and I hope that you just didn't have all the facts, or the facts that you had weren't all correct. And that basically sums everything up. I do feel like you're making a personal attack, even though you don't know me. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But this is mainly an apology to everyone who's on the stream, everyone I let down, and to just sort of talk about my opinion on Rust Conquest. Now, I just know all the Sir Winter fans who maybe aren't convinced by the video or haven't watched it more than 30 seconds in and just disliked it and then left. I just know they're hovering over the dislike button right now. They're like licking their lips like, shall I do it? If you guys can hit that like button for me, that would help me out massively. I'm going to continue with normal videos again. I wasn't really sure whether to make this or not, but I had so many comments on it, and I've seen so many and read so many comments about it. I thought, you know what, I'm going to clear my name a bit. I'm not going to wait a month and say, you know what, I really regret not doing this. And again, I want to thank all my fans for all the support you've been giving me. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have fun, guys.